I hope you guys are doing well. This is Veroosh, and it's your reading for all signs. I had a request for this reading yesterday when I did the relationship compatibility. Somebody requested, what is their future love thinking? I think that they had met somebody, and now they're wondering what that person is thinking. So we're going to take a look. We're going to do a little bit of a sneak peek into what's going on for them, and it's going to be another faster reading. So I was kind of experimenting with these and to see how you guys like them. So if you like them, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to make the energy yours. And then also, if you have a suggestion for a video, or if you have a question or a topic that you're wondering about, it might be a good idea to DM me on IG. Don't leave those suggestions so much in the comments here, because there's other people that are like reading through the comments and then they take the ideas for themselves. So yeah, just DM me on IG if you want some kind of a reading, or if there's something particularly on your mind. And yeah, so today what we're going to do is the all sign format we did yesterday, which means I'll do 5 cards with these cards and tell you what the general message is for everybody who's watching. So it's a collective message for each and every one of you, and hopefully if you're watching, this is meant for you. And then secondarily, I will do a reading for every single sign using the John Holland Tarot. And we're going to keep order through this. If somebody wants to do time caps, awesome. I'm doing these kinds of readings to see how we can, if we can do a half an hour daily. That's the low-key sort of side of it. So let's see how you guys like it. Let's see what we can do with it. And yeah, so I hope you're having a nice day. It's super smoky here today still. If you guys haven't heard the condensation from the evaporated forest fires from Oregon and Washington State have traveled into British Columbia, where I live in Canada. So literally the forest fires that are happening in California, Oregon, and Washington are going as far north as where I live, which is sort of intense, right? Like that we're in that situation. So I don't know. I hope you guys are doing well with it anyway. Okay, so first of all, first message, let's take a look at your message. Okay, so this is the collective message. What is your future love thinking? Okay, and when I do the 5 cards here, let me put them down for you guys. You can focus on them and kind of wonder and do a pick a card. So you can pick one of these options as the main message, and hopefully you'll receive a special message from the card that you choose. But I am going to read it in sequence in a moment, so I hope that helps as well. So you can do it multiple ways. You can interpret the reading, okay? So you can choose this one for an answer, or this one, or you can ask about multiple people, one person A, person B, whatever you choose, okay? So let's take a look at the collective. What is your future love thinking right now? So Ace of Swords. So there's definitely something new on their mind, or has been recently. There's a new development that has happened, and they're thinking about something new and fresh. Then we have the Magician, Mercury. Mercury is kind of connected with thought because it rules communication. Not too close there, buddy. Okay, so it's like when people get too emphatic, like men, when they get too emphatic with leaving comments. Have you guys seen those comments come through where there's like 15 or 20 comments from some dude that's saying weird shit to you? It's like, or to me. So that's that's this guy getting too close there. Sorry to be silly, but anyway, no, you're not my type. Like, no. Sorry. Okay, so I have a feeling like this future love of yours, if you're watching right now, has kind of a feeling like they have a new lease on life, on circumstances. They feel like they have more empowered, they have more energy, and suddenly new things have come in for them. Ooh, you know, the doors have opened up. There's new possibilities. They have a lot of energy, and they feel like very, very how do you say, excited. They feel like they can take on the world. Their ego is sort of stimulated, so they're feeling like really within their power, okay? At the center of the reading, or card 3, is justice, balance. So I feel like this person that you're thinking about, or this person that you're asking about today, I feel as though they've probably gone through some stuff in which they felt like they didn't have a lot of power in their life before, and slowly they have built up their life to be more powerful, better, more representative, more balanced. And I feel like they have now begun to feel as though the unfairness or injustice that they have faced in their life has sort of worked itself out. So it feels like they fell into some kind of doldrum, like they fell into some kind of negative energy vortex for a period of time. And that can feel very helpless, because it's suddenly there's like, how do you say, when you're in a negative energy vortex, sometimes the external factors can be very overwhelming, and it's almost like sliding down a very steep cliff. So you can feel like you're trying to grab for the edges of the cliff, but it's so steep that you keep sliding. So people, when they're in this negative spiral or negative set of circumstances, they can feel very helpless. So they feel this person, this future love of yours, in some way is past that, and they're so thankful for it. And also they feel like they've reached a plateau, so they've reached some kind of balancing point where it's not so steep anymore. Like they have a grip on reality, they have some control over their life, and they're very obviously thankful for it. I feel like they have a lot of like spunky energy too, which is the Magician. The Magician for me is like the person who initiates love. So if you're wondering whether this person has a chance of initiating with you, the Magician is saying yes, because the Magician is like, the Magician waits for no one. When the Magician wants something, the Magician goes for it, right? So I think that this person is feeling very like self-directed. The next message is we have the Empress card. So I think that they're probably really taken back by your beauty. I think that they're going to be. This is the near future. This is the further future. So it feels like there's a real draw and an appreciation for who somebody is. I think that there's like a admiration part to this. I think that there's love, and I think that there's just inspiration. You know, they look at you and they see like the Empress, they see the beautiful woman, and if you're a man, then they feel like the Empress around you. So there's this energy of like very powerful feminine energy in your dynamic, okay? And then we have the Last Judgment. They're going to make a big decision. This is not a situation that's going to leave you wondering for long. It really looks favorable. At this time, it feels like a big decision is being made, that they're making their mind up, that they're getting committed to what they want. But you're going to have to wait and see. And for those of you guys for whom, you know, the decision, I don't feel like this is saying anything about like a rejection, because the Last Judgment is a last decision on something. But if you've been waiting on someone to make up their mind, or, you know, tell you how they love you, or like be open with their feelings, I don't think that they're a bashful person. This is not a person who's shy to say things, to initiate, to back off. This person is very, very direct, and very, very, very direct, and very much willing to like call a spade, you know, name their feelings and put their love forward, or to suggest some kind of connection. So now let's go sign by sign, and I'm going to pick 3 cards each from the John Holland Tarot for every sign, okay? We're going to go fast today. So Virgo again, you guys saw me shuffle. Okay, Virgo, hey girl, hey. Sun, Moon, and Rising. Let's see what this future love of yours is thinking. Okay, so right away, very strong connection. You remind them of the past. You remind them of the good times in the past. And then we have the 3 of Wands, partnerships and alliances. This person is moving towards you. I think that they feel very confident about their feelings. They're not afraid. That's the other energy that I'm getting for everybody. Not afraid. And then 8 of Swords, which is trapped in fear. So I feel like there is something that they need to work out. There is something that they have to figure out how to go about making what they want a reality. But I think that they need to make some decisions. I feel as though, Virgo, for you, there's a trade-off with this person. This person needs to decide between you and something else. That's the Eight of Swords there. So let's see what they decide soon, okay? It's coming. Here is the next sign. We have Aquarius. Hey, my weirdos, let's see how this future love of yours feels about you. And I think that the person who suggested this was talking about an Aquarius, so I'm sure she's cross-watching. Hi, girl, hi. Okay, so we have the base chakra. Okay, so I feel as though this person has felt as though like rootedness in their relationship with you, like the tree in the Lenormand cards, which means that they feel like they can settle down, like this is a stable situation that they want to be in. Then we have the Three of Pentacles, recognition and reward. I think that they admire you for your skills. I think that they admire what you do for a living. And then we have firm foundation, Four of Pentacles. This person, it almost feels like a Taurus energy. So they are just holding on tight, and I don't think they're going to waver with their feelings towards you. I think that they have a high esteem, and they see from you the possibility of a long-term relationship. And so therefore, I think they're pretty committed with this Four of Pentacles right there. So that's that for Aquarius. Now let's take a look at the next sign. We have Libra. Hey Libras, how are you guys doing? My little Venuses. This card is funny. It has like a porcupine at the bottom. These are like these are these cards that are made from really old tarot cards. They in themselves were reprints, but they're like, I don't know, 14th century cards or something, pretty old stuff. So a lot of them are strange. That's why I often just use the astrological sign ones. But yeah, here's a little porcupine, and I don't know if that's a cat or a weasel, but okay. All right. Okay, so we have Libra. What are they thinking? Okay, so I feel as though, let's see. I want to see. There's the Magician. Okay. I feel as though the person may have brushed you off at first, Libra. They may have like been closed off to you, and something changed for them, and they're very much turned around towards you now. So at first you could have gotten cold-shouldered, or they may have seemed disinterested. And then we have the Two of Pentacles. I feel as though this relationship, they're willing to allow, they want this relationship, but I think that the progress will be quite slow. So I think that you'll see them take it one step at a time. I feel as though this person is very reserved or kind of conservative in the way that they approach situations. So expect this. I think that they want the situation. I think they understand their feelings because the Magician is in the center. But I think that also, I think it's just their way of doing things, like just a reserved approach towards others. Yeah, so that's what it seems like to me. I don't like that kind of thing. That's why you hear me hesitating, but maybe you do. Maybe for you that feels safe or good. So, but expect they're open towards it, but they're sort of taking their sweet time. It really feels that way. I don't like standing in queues or lineups or anything. If there's a lineup at the store, a queue, then I literally will go and walk around the store until there's no more lineup, that kind of thing. So we have Sag next, Sun, Moon, and Rising. You guys get a weird animal too. I don't know what that is. A boar? Like a wild pig? Okay, Sag. Okay, Sun, Moon, or Rising. So we have the Five of Cups. I feel as though you hurt their feelings. I feel like you hurt their feelings, and I think that maybe you're not even aware. It feels like you're dealing with like a Cancer or a Pisces, somebody who has very sensitive feelings. I do get a very strong Cancer vibe, Sag, or I get like just a very delicate, but not someone who outright will tell you that you've hurt their feelings. No, it feels like a tenderness. It's not like a Scorpio, like you hurt me, so I'm gonna, I'm gonna just be pouty about it. It really feels like there was something that happened that made them feel vulnerable. And I really believe that you didn't do it on purpose. And I also believe that you very well may not even be aware of it. So it's something about them that you don't know yet that was hurt by the situation. But I think that they learned a lesson from it, and I think that draws them towards you more, which is the Hierophant. So there's this feeling of like, okay, so like I learned from my lesson, and like, you know, when somebody teaches you something and you're like, ooh, this person's like special. I feel like there's that feeling of like, I'm getting something good out of this, because this person is either calling me out on my stuff, which is they're thinking this about you, or they're thinking, oh, this person called me out on my stuff, or I'm learning so much, this person's pushing me to be better. And then there's the Eight of Cups, emotional withdrawal. They have to really, they really know that they know that they need time to think. So there's that emotional withdrawal, which is Saturn and Pisces. So there's this decision or desire to be alone. They don't need interference. At this time, they have to think about things, and they need to deliberate exactly what, it's not about you. They have to think about themselves a little bit more. This person has something going on. They're confronting something, and yeah, they need to figure these things out. Okay, so next sign. I'm going to check in with the chat to see how you guys are doing live. Oh, okay. I don't see any chat going, so I hope you guys are doing well. Sorry if the chat is turned off. I'm not sure why that would be, but, you know, it's been a lot of weird things popping up in studio, which is the live streaming. If you guys can't chat, then I'm sorry. I don't know what happened. Okay, so, so let's go on to the next sign. And then we have Pisces. Let's get weird, guys. So let's take a look at your card. So we have the Ace of Swords, sorry. So this person, two aces. So they're learning something new or trying to understand the situation from a new perspective. There's like a new understanding that has reached their mind, a new self-awareness. And then we have the Two of Pentacles, which means that they're going to move very slowly in a situation. They've learned something new, maybe about you, maybe about the situation, maybe something about themselves. And so they're actually going to take it really slow at this time. At least that's what they're deliberating. They don't want to go fast. They need to figure out what's going on. And I feel like they're being, okay, so I think this is like heart over mind, which means that their mind in some way is telling them to go slow. It's like new territory for them, so they're sort of thinking about which way to go, but then their heart is really opening up, and their heart is opening up, and their heart will pull them towards where they want to be. So the heart knows. That's kind of the saying. So the heart knows which way to go. The heart knows what's right. And I feel like they will be feeling, this is the upcoming future, like an emotional resonance. That's a very powerful feeling, the feeling of familiarity, like they know you, like you're familiar. There's a YouTuber that reminds me of one of my best friends in the way that she talks and the way that she looks. It's crazy. Like I haven't seen that, like a person that was so similar to her ever before, and it's kind of wild to watch her talk, and like there's that familiarity that kind of like gets people interested in other people. So this person feels very familiar towards you. You remind them of things that they know, and so they're very much drawn to you, which will probably make that coming together much faster. At least they're willing to do so. Okay. All right, so next sign, let's take a look. So we have the Bull, okay, which is no BS around here, Taurus. How are you guys doing? Welcome. Let's take a look at what your future love is thinking. They put their foot down on something. They drew a line in the sand on something with you. They said, you know, no bueno. You have to follow along with, like, this is my boundary. This is my personal space. They were very skeptical towards you. They may have even like turned you down initially, or they may have in some way, you know, been like kind of in their attitude about something, but I feel like things are changing. I think that they see your good intentions, your positive energy. Venus is rules Taurus as well, right? Which also rules the Empress. So, and Libra as well. So there's a strong Venus energy in this reading, which brings a lot of love and a lot of luck to love. And then we have the Two of Swords. So there is an underlying conflict between you and this person. And the conflict is that they need to assert something within themselves. They have a chip on their shoulders, maybe a small chip. It's not it's not that bad, but it does feel like they in some way are there's something for them that they're very, like, how do you say, uppity about. They feel like, no, Taurus, like, you have to respect me. And so I feel like there is a heart opening between the two of you, but you're gonna have to figure out, there's like how do you say, a deal breaker almost. It's not a deal breaker, but it's one that, it's like an orange light, not a red light, you know? So there's something between the two of you that is like something that could potentially break you apart, but there is good feelings. So you need to talk to them, you need to figure out where you stand, and you need to, you know, sort out your relationship, sort out the deal breaker. You know how somebody, like, if somebody smokes, that's a deal breaker, but like if somebody smokes pot with their friends, this is just one of my rules. Like, I wouldn't be around somebody who smokes weed around me, but if and in Canada pot is legal, so, but if they smoke pot with their friends like once a month, then, and I don't see it, then that might be like something like a Seven of Wands situation, where if it's okay, then maybe I could think about, you know, being close with someone like that, but not much more than that, right? Like, so it's that Two of Swords situation, Taurus, when you're figuring out, like, what's the act, like, it has to be a little bit adjusted. There's a bit of a situation that will in some way make it difficult for you guys to have common ground. There's something between the two of you, but you need to talk it through. And it's not a red light, it's not a deal breaker, but it's kind of like, it kind of raises some alarms, okay, for them. Okay, then we have Cancer. Hi, Cancer. How are you guys doing? Sun, Moon, and Rising. Let's take a look. And some people ask if, like, Venus and North Node. Sure, watch for whatever sign you like, whatever you're drawn to, right? So we have the Sun in the past. So this means that this relationship started off on a really good footing. It starts off really well. There's no problems. So you feel like you've met the perfect person. And then we have the Five of Cups. This person suffers some kind of a loss. So that loss is going to take them away from you at the present time. If you haven't met this person, I feel like for some of you, this is actually in the future. So you might meet somebody, but then they will suffer a loss in their family or someone close to them that's going to make them distance themselves from you for a period of time. And that has nothing to do with you. That's just them mourning. And then we have the Five of Swords. So you may in some way feel as though this person, they won't know how to reapproach you because the meeting was so short that to follow up on it after so much time, maybe 2 weeks, 3 weeks, whatever, they won't know how to approach you. Or the idea is, I think that you need to welcome them in, or you need to make a little bit of an effort towards them to kind of say, come on back, like, you're welcome to be here, you're welcome to talk with me, I understand you're going through stuff, I understand you suffered a loss, and I'm here for you. So it's about you communicating with them that they feel like they can't communicate with you, that they've inconvenienced you, or that they put off the wrong vibe for who they are. And I feel like they feel embarrassed for not following through. They feel like that's not how they do things typically, but this is a special situation. And so because they're that way, they assume that you would not accept them for the behavior of not following up, not calling, whatever. And they're stopping themselves from reaching out to you, which is the Five of Swords. So I really feel like the answer is, like, find a way to, like, get in their way, find a way to communicate with them, and see, you know, find a way to communicate with them and see the outcome. Yeah. And kind of welcome them in, or maybe even initiate a little bit. But it's not like how do you say, you can't infantilize them. You can't treat them like a baby cancer. So you sort of have to, in some way, do it so they feel like they're doing it themselves. So that's the thesis, okay? So we have Capricorn next. Hi, Capricorn. Let's take a look at your reading about how your future love feels about you. 8 of Swords, okay? So they feel like this situation in some way in their mind has become an impasse. Like they don't know exactly how to get through a situation. It's overwhelming for them. And I feel like it's overwhelming for them. And I feel like they don't have the resources or the ability to address the situation yet. They don't really know how to figure it out. Then we have the transformation card. They're going to go through a powerful transformation in their mind towards you. Things are going to change. I think they're hung up on some things that are really overwhelming them about your interaction. And I think that they're going to put those things aside. Okay. And then the outcome is the 2 of Wands. So there's something about how they feel about you. I feel like maybe you're busy with work or whatever else, and they in some way are having a hard time accepting it. You know what they're going to be doing? They're going to be waiting for you to reach out. So if you're dealing with someone who was initiating contact a lot, like calling you up, saying, hey, how's it going? You know, let's hang out. You may have said no one too many times. And I do feel like it's because of work, or you're not being rude. You're just, you know, saying no. And I feel like they're going to in some way be like, that's it. They're going to have to call me. They're going to have to reach out. So make the effort, Cap, and we'll see what happens with that. Then we have Aries. Somebody told me that I missed Aries yesterday, so I'm glad to see that I didn't. I know that can be easily missed, so no shade to anyone, but anyway, so we have Aries and a weird, again, animal in the background. What is it with weird animals here? Okay, so Aries, let's see what your future love is thinking. Sun. Okay, so that's an Aries thing. You guys come on strong. Right away, there's chemistry there. I'm not surprised to see this. When people meet you guys and it's like, I met an Aries once that I actually really liked, and I was going through some stuff, and I had a boyfriend at the time, so I'm not a cheater or anything. So it was but we were breaking up, so it was like, but it was just like this, but with it, when you meet an Aries, you automatically like the Aries if you like them. Like if the chemistry is right, then it's right. So I do feel like that chemistry was strong from the beginning. They like you. They're just like turned on, like our magician over here. Then we have, ooh, soulmate. It's when it's on, right? Like it looks like it's on like Donkey Kong, and like things are moving quickly between the two of you in a good direction. And then something's going to slow things down, but it's not for the worse. It's just this person needs to figure out which thing they want. There's some coins here, some rings here, a flower here, some clouds here. So they're determining exactly what they want out of the situation, and they need to make a decision about that. So give them, you know, a lot of powerful emotions have come up in this relationship right from the get-go, right from the start. So this person really needs to kind of get their bearings and figure things out. Okay? All right. So next sign we have is Leo. Hi, Leos. Meow, meow. You guys, I hope you guys are doing well. So your first card is the Moon. Very likely this was a secret love, like somebody has a secret crush on you, or they were a friend with secret feelings towards you, a friend who has more than friendly feelings. And there's a lot of this, like, I can't right now especially, or in the present moment when this applies, there's this feeling of, like, how do you say this? Like they feel like they can't woo you. They feel like I feel as though they feel like they're not well suited or not well prepared. They're feeling self-conscious towards the relationship. And then we have a Sagittarian card, the Temperance card. They're going to figure things out. I feel like for them, with you, it's a self-esteem issue. They feel like maybe for whatever reason. I mean, you have the bravado, you have that like vibe that kind of makes people feel like intimidated because you have a lot going on and you show it. So this person in some way needs to kind of get their feelings together before they're ready to sort of initiate or to be open. They have to get over their hang-ups and self-confidence issues. You know, Leos make people deal with their self-confidence issues. And that's a healing thing, so it's not a bad thing that you do that. But I do feel like this person, it's kind of like I'm not worthy, you know, from like Wayne's World back in the day. Like, I'm not worthy, I'm not worthy. And then they need to figure out how they are worthy so they can stand shoulder to shoulder with you and be fair. Okay, so that's for Leos. What's your future love thinking? And then we have Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Let's see Scorpios. I'm interested to see this. Okay, so we have the star. So they thought you were their soulmate, twin flame. I think that Scorpios also, like Aries, in relationships tend to have like a big start. So when there's chemistry, it moves very quickly. And then what Scorpios do, Aries don't do this as much, is Scorpios kind of, imagine like a scorpion, like moves forward very quick. Look at my hand being funny. And then kind of retracts, right? So that's what Scorpios do emotionally as well. Like, they have a big like lead in, and then they sort of back off and become really chill and reserved, which can, if you don't know how to deal with that, then people can feel overwhelmed. But there's definitely a strong initiation. And the Nine of Pentacles, so big physical connection. This person desires your body. This person desires your stature, your wealth, your beauty, all those kinds of things. They like the physical things with you. You guys might really enjoy like sharing money or sharing, like enjoying the good life together. And then the upcoming, oh, look at this. This person's in love. This person is very much in love. And I feel like the Emperor here really comes through as like, you know, if this is a man towards you, they feel like they want to marry you. And if you're the man, then I feel like they see you as Jupiter. They see you as the husband, you know? So I feel as though this person, you can pretty much, Scorpio, do anything you want. This person loves you, and they're gonna, hopefully you're not going to put them through anything, but like this person is very much geared towards you. They're attracted, and they're right there energetically. They feel like the chemistry is bang on. So I would probably agree, showing the cards. Okay, so the last but not least is Gemini. Let's take a look at Geminis. Okay, so here is your first card. We have the heart center chakra, and then we have the sacral chakra. I don't know why I made that quickly. So I feel like it looks like initially that there's like a big heart-based connection, like, oh, I love you so much. There's love here, there's passion, whatever. But then I feel like it turns more like libido-esque, so there's a lot more passion, like there's a desire there. So this person first is attracted towards you with their heart, and then that sort of becomes like a desire, you know, a physical desire towards you. So, and then we have, okay, so it's a balance. So it actually turns out into a lot of sweet sentiment. Six of Cups is Sun and Scorpio, but it's kind of like the love that they are sharing with you in your life. They have this card to me always tells me that a person in some way, it's almost like childhood. You remind them of childhood, you remind them of the good times, and that's a thing of bonding. Like, this person will feel very attached to you because that resonance is very, very powerful. So when you remind people of something that they know from childhood or whatever, they automatically have a much more positive disposition, warmth, and love towards you. So that's that. Okay, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Sorry that the chat was off. We'll figure it out for tomorrow. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to make the energy real. I'm going to turn on comments, so leave them down below. And if you want to leave a request for another video, then go on my IG and message me there in the DM. And when I find it, I'll say hello. Okay? Thank you guys so much. I hope you have a nice day. Do you guys see how they're messing with my settings and stuff? Somebody's getting involved and messing things up. It happens daily, and this actually happened for like 3 years, so you can imagine. I don't feel like it's institutional. I don't feel like it's like YouTube doing something to me. I feel like it's an individual or several individuals that are messing things up, and I've talked about this at length, so I'm not going to bore you here, but here we go. We have another example of crappery, the fact that chat is off suddenly and I didn't switch the setting myself. Word to the wise, this is the kind of BS that I had to go through. And it's not just this time, like I said, there was like a 3-year period as my work was being appropriated, pick a card, and all signs, these kinds of things came up. So it's unfortunate, but hopefully you guys can stand by me, stand by me when you're not strong, that song. Stand by me and leave comments and likes if you like the videos, and thank you members for supporting me in the channel. It really helps. Okay, take